Joke for y'all. Have y'all ever heard of Adolf the Brown-Nosed Reindeer? He's just as fast as Rudolph. He's just not as good at slowing down or stopping very well. All right, this is my Christmas poem. It's called Christmas Rock and Roll, the Tale of Elvis the Elf. Once upon a time at the old North Pole, where the snow falls thick and the wind blows cold, Elvis Elf ducked out his little elf hole and wrapped him up a batch of Christmas rock and roll. Mrs. Claus heard the music and she started to move. The reindeers tightened up a brand new groove. Everybody's rocking around the Christmas tree, and Rudolph would go down in history. You got Pelvis, Buddy, Valens, and the Bopper. They say that Little Richard's a real showstopper. The Beatles and the Stones and a little bit of soul. Elvis packed them up and sent out Christmas rock and roll. Kris Kringle didn't know just what it was, but he went along anyway just because. Elvis loaded up the tunes on the big red sleigh, and little St. Nick went a-rocking away. Took Santa all night to go around the world with Jingle Bell Rock to each boy and every girl. The little elf knew he had achieved his goal. He turned the whole planet on to Christmas rock and roll. You had a Barry, a Checker, and a Domino, Otis, Jackie Wilson, and a diddly named Bo. Chestnuts roasting with Nat King Cole as Elvis heard the news about Christmas rock and roll. There was Brenda Lee, Martha Reeves, and Darlene Love singing like angels from up above. The Ronettes and the Crystals, baby, please come home. How blue we all would be without Christmas rock and roll. Junior heard the music and Junior woke up and he looked at his stocking. He put the record on and he commenced to rockin'. Little sister couldn't help herself. She turned around and run and started into doing what her big sister done. Daddy heard the news and he came downstairs. Mama right beside him with rollers in her hair. Nothing but a hound dog came in from the cold. The whole family digging Christmas rock and roll. Oh, Donna Sheila, pretty Peggy Sue, Rhonda, Miss Claudia, and Latin Loopy-Loo. From Motown to Memphis to Muscle Shoals, Elvis gave us all Christmas rock and roll. So this story's moral till next Christmas Eve. It's better to be giving gifts than if you receive. So celebrate the 25th with wine, bread, and cheeses. And don't forget the reason it's the birth of baby Jesus. As we all get older and take time to pause, let's try to keep a one belief, believe in Santa Claus. Who knows when you've been sleeping, who may leave you some coal. Here's wishing you'll be singing Christmas rock and roll. You got Pelvis, Buddy, Valens, and the Bopper. They say that Little Richard's a real showstopper. The Beatles and the Stones and a little bit of soul. Elvis packed them up and sent out Christmas and rock and roll. I said Elvis packed them up and sent out Christmas rock and roll. I said Elvis packed them up and sent out Christmas rock and roll. Ho, 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 baby. Merry Christmas, everybody.